Hey, have you ever baked a cake? You know, maybe one of your younger days, even if you're a girl or a boy, it doesn't matter. Like, I used to bake cakes. My brother used to bake cakes. I've baked maybe 2 or 3 cakes in my life, but my brother, he was an expert. Like, any occasion, he would bake a cake, okay? My sister used to bake cakes as well. I don't know if she's still baking cakes, but my sister used to do the long process, this long, lengthy process where you walk out of the kitchen and the whole kitchen is like full of flour and it's a bloody mess, right? But she used to make really nice cakes. My brother, on the other hand, he would have like a cake mix box, Betty Crocker, and there's instructions and there's steps, 1, 2, 3, right? He produces lovely cake, adorable, really nice. So, question is, would you like to invest in the real estate industry or in the real estate market in Dubai or anywhere else in the world and be able to follow like a simple process, step by step, and know exactly where you're going with that and know exactly how the investment turns out and almost be guaranteed success to make profit for that investment? That's a question. Now, before I answer that, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and bell icon. There is a link below if you want a guaranteed process, a framework to be followed so that we can help you invest in the Dubai real estate market or any market for that matter, regardless of which way the market is going, for you to be able to make that investment and make money for that investment. Stick around, show real fast. All right, welcome back. I want to share with you why I built the perfect real estate framework and how it came about. This is going to be my story, okay? So, is it okay I take some time, some minutes to actually share with you my story on how this actually came about, how I got involved in the Dubai market? Say yes. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and bell icon. And if you want to buy real estate in Dubai, there is a link below. You want to sell a property using our advisory service, that's a VIP service, there is a link below. So I'm going to share with you my story, okay? I was born and raised in Dubai. My family is 4th generation in Dubai, okay? My kids are 4th generation in Dubai. Now, when I was ready to go and I graduated high school, I was ready to go to university. This was back in the late 99, 2000. There weren't a lot of opportunities in Dubai for higher education. There were a few, but I aspired to go to Canada, to one of the top business schools, and I kind of like approached my dad and said, look, this is where I want to go. And dad said, like, you need money to go there. And I said, yes, but that's my dream, so let's make it come true. So, we somehow managed the funds from, a cousin and a friend, and, thanks to my father, after God, who helped me out a lot. And I got a scholarship as well, and I went to Canada and I graduated from this top business school, right? Right after graduation, I was like kind of open to jobs in any sector, right? I was looking at Procter & Gamble, Unilever. There was a startup company I was helping my friend with. And at this stage, what I ended up doing is, one of my mentors, who was like 55, 60 years old, he approached me and he said, like, Fahd, could you do a consulting assignment, okay, for a large fund that wants to invest money into the Canadian market, specifically in real estate? What did I know about real estate? Zero. Can I tell you that I knew absolutely zero about real estate, and I knew zero about Canadian real estate. But I took it on. I said, look, yes, I could do it. Here's what I'm going to charge. And I rolled up my sleeves, went knee deep into real estate in Canada and started understanding more about the market. I interviewed brokers. I looked at the market scenario. I gave them a strategy document. I gave them some consulting. I told them, look, this is how it should be. And brilliantly, they paid me money for it. Now, there's a couple of $1,000s, which is okay. But what it got me thinking on was, here's this real estate industry. It's huge. Okay? And it's billions of dollars. It's a huge industry where billions of dollars get invested, and billions and billions and billions of dollars come out as value to the people who are investing. And it actually produces a lot of millionaires. And that got me thinking, like, wow, all these millionaires who are making money in real estate, what about me? Is this industry for me? Now, I found a hidden passion for real estate. And in 2006, 2007, the place to be for real estate was actually Dubai, okay? Dubai was booming, right? Since 2002, Dubai was actually going through this absolute mighty mega push. Prices were going up. Real estate was the thing. It was the name of the game in town, okay? So just made a lot of sense for me to actually move to Dubai, because my family was still based over here in the UAE, and start operating in the real estate market. My dad was working in real estate still at that time, so on and so forth. Now I moved to Dubai. I do a couple of things, and then I meet this mentor of mine who I then started our first real estate company with, okay? This was my first real estate company. It was called Alzaim, okay? I was a partner in this company, because Alzaim Real Estate, okay? Now, as we were starting to do some deals and broker some investments, and then talk to people who wanted to buy full buildings, and we felt that we were going to get super rich, we actually started getting involved in the Dubai real estate market from an investment perspective as well. We said that we're going to actually invest in the market, okay? We're going to invest our own money into the market. How? Why? How are we going to do this? In the 2007, 6, and 8, oh, by the way, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and bell icon. And there is a link below. You can actually hit it, and then we'd be in touch to qualify each other to see if we are a good fit to working together, okay? Now, back in 2008 or 2007, real estate in Dubai wasn't really about real estate, okay? It was more about, do you remember, or are you old enough to remember how the iPhone was launched? Jaron, do you remember that? No. You don't know. You're too young, huh? When the original iPhones were launched, you couldn't actually buy an iPhone, even if you had the money. You had to wait for it to come into the market, and then it would get sold out. Forget pre-order. No, there weren't pre-orders. What you had to do is you had to stand outside in a line. You had to camp in that line for sometimes a week in advance. And then if you could buy an iPhone, you could come out and actually sell it at a profit. That's how Dubai real estate was at that time. And what we decided to do, what we ended up doing was, we said, okay, great. Let's put our own money into the market. Let's invest ourselves as well. That's what we started doing. We got invited to one launch party, okay? This was in 2008, maybe March approximately. We got invited to the launch party, and I still remember we had an appointment on a Saturday at 8 a.m. and there we were with our checkbook in hand and passport copy in hand, and we said, okay, we're going to buy some property and flip it. Flip means we just come out and maybe offer it to the market at 10, 15, 20% profit, okay? We ended up getting there at 6:30, and 8 a.m. when our appointment came, we were like, let's go in. Can't you guys let us in now so we can go and buy some property? They said, no, we're not ready right now. What we found out was there were secret meetings happening inside, like the CFO, the chief marketing officer, so on and so forth. They're all selling the properties to their friends first. And by the time we got our turn, which was almost like 11 a.m., by the time we got in, what ended up happening was there was this young lady that came across to us with an iPad, and she said basically, okay, there's a calculator, but she was holding an iPad back in 2008, and she said, well, you've got a choice of about 2 or 3 apartments left. They're on the first floor. And technically you have like 1 minute to decide, because all my other friends are with customers and they're going to book it now, and then you'll get nothing and it'll be gone and done. What do? We actually bought, right? So we bought some property and we actually made that investment into real estate at that stage. Now, what ended up happening is we ended up buying in 2. Okay, so we didn't do 1. Hey, go big or go home. So we invested in 2. Did we really make an investment? It was more like the situational situation, okay? We walked out We had these 2 properties, a couple of million dirhams, and then we were starting to get offers from the market to repurchase these properties from us at 10% to 15% margins. We got greedy, we said we don't want to sell them, let's just wait. My partner went to the UK on vacation, I went to get married, this was back in 2008, and we came back and we said now we can actually sell, because our threshold was we wanted to sell at 30%, okay? This is what we wanted to sell at. We started looking for deals to be made, we started looking to buyers who would like to buy our properties, but what you don't know is, if you're too young, but if you're old enough that you know, that the recession that started in 2007, December in the US, started coming to the Dubai shores by 2008, October, September. Okay, so these properties that we were initially able to sell at 10 to 15% and wanted 30%, we couldn't sell them at all. Worst case scenario is one of those properties we had to absolute forfeit. We never got our money back. The other property we couldn't sell until 2012. Okay, terrible story. We couldn't pay the rent on the real estate company. We had to close the company down. My partner had to move back to the US. I had to move back into my father's house, my parents' house. My wife had to move to her parents' house. And so there was this prolonged period of pain, right? No problem. What happens in periods of pain? And I thank God for the experience that we received, because we learned a lot from that. Now came 2009. Okay, from 2009 to 2013, I said to myself, like, having gone to business school, I have an analytical mind. I try to analyze things, and I said, we did not make money at that time. We make money now, but at that time we didn't know what we were doing. But there were people who were making money at that time in 2004, 2005, 2006. How did they make money? And so I started my journey on how to learn to invest in real estate. I decided, okay, look, I will earn, it'll all come to me in abundance. Let's learn for now. And I went to actually worked. So from 2009 to 2013, I worked with individual investors and did a lot of work, and I brought my business practices to the industry, but I was doing it on my own. And then from 2013 to 2015, 16, I worked with a very large fund that had almost about 100 million dirhams invested in the Dubai market. So we had about 100 million. And I worked with a managing director directly under his mentorship, and I learned a lot, tons from him, okay? Then 2015, 2016, I remember that we hired a South African consultant, paid him about $50,000, and told him, look, help us process it out. Help us work in real estate in the Dubai market with a process fueled, with the process driven, with a way that's process driven. Okay, let's just say it like that. Okay, then I went to work with Keller Williams, which is the largest company by broker count in the world. It's an American company, a multinational company, and I learned a lot from them. The reason what I did is, all that I learned, I channeled it out to my investors, but it was still very, very haphazard. Okay, and this is where I decided that, oh, I got to put all my details, information that I've learned out on YouTube, so people that can actually benefit, they can actually freely benefit from the information that I have. They can get the value to be able to benefit from that. What ended up happening is, you know, as a few subscribers started growing, people started reaching out to me, and then I would meet them, I would give them some free advice, and I would say, okay, off you go, try to implement it. Or off you go, let your agent help you implement that. And lo and behold, 6 months later, those people would come back to me and say, oh my God, we made this mistake. Oh, we couldn't do this, we couldn't do that right. Oh, shucks. And that's when I decided, like, look, my framework, which I'm going to actually share with you in one of the future videos, is something that I need to actually process it, drive it, and actually, Sandra, just put a picture of the framework. Ginu has it, okay? That framework is what I'm supposed to actually implement for all the people, because then I said, okay, look, this is enough, right? I'm giving away free value, and that's perfectly fine. I continue to do that till today. But this is the story of how I actually came around to it and decided that, look, To buy real estate, to guarantee success in the investments you make, you must follow a step-by-step process so that you can actually choose the right property, not just any property, and then that property can actually make sense for you in the long term. That's when I devised the framework, and that's what I implement for all my investors. I don't skip steps. If my investors wish to skip steps, I tell them you're on your own. And I have noticed that if you try to skip steps, we go the wrong direction. Have you ever built Lego? Jaren, have you ever built Lego?
Yeah, when I was a kid.
Okay, when you were a child, yeah? Okay, but I'm going to tell you something very funny about Lego, okay? If these are Lego pieces, okay?
Yes.
And this is how you're supposed to build the Lego. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you do piece number 1 and piece number 2 and then try to fit piece number 7 on that, it's not going to happen.
No, it's never gonna.
It's not going to happen. But people do that. They do that in real estate, they do that in relationships, they do that in businesses. But in Lego, it's very obvious. You can't do that. You can't skip 3, 4, 5, 6 and then do 7. Or if you try to do 1, 2 and do 6 and 7, guess what? Problems.
It won't fit.
No, it will fit actually. The way Lego is built, it'll fit.
Yeah,
but it won't get you what you want to do. Do you understand what I mean? Like if you're like building a building and these are Lego blocks and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The way the block 8 is built, it will fit on 1, but block 3 will not fit on 8. Or instead of a building looking like this, you'll have a building that looks like this. Do you understand what I mean? So the same thing with real estate. The framework allows us to make sure that the investments make sense at the end of the day. So I'm going to put a picture of the framework so that people can actually see it, okay? Last but not the least, hey, if you want us to help you implement the framework, hit the like, subscribe, and bell icon, and there is a link below. Just reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to help you. Ciao for now. Hey guys, thank you for watching the video. I hope you liked it. My name is Fahd Dawood. I've been doing this for 15 plus years. I started in Toronto, Canada in 2006, and since 2007 I've been based in Dubai and doing real estate in Dubai. Look, if you're looking to work with me, there's a form below and my mobile number. I do paid consulting. You can also get help from my team for services. If you like the video, press the like button, press the subscribe and the bell icon, and share it with your friends who you feel would be able to benefit from the content of this video. Last but not the least, I'll repeat, me and my team's role is always going to be to help and select the best property for you. Your role will be to invest in that property, and we will in turn invest in your life and your future. Bye for now.